I'm Spencer.
And I'm Zio. And we're gonna battle it out to see who can guess the synopsises of the titles!
And you're listening to the Son of a Geek podcast.
Son of a Geek! I've really grown attached to the Son of a Geek intro now.
Yeah! I can't find the music I used for it.
Oh no!
It was some song that I found off of YouTube's thing, and I can't find it. I don't remember. I've got to go back and re-listen to the podcast to find out when we first did that intro, and then hopefully find the podcast thing so I can get the name of it.
Oh man, that sucks. That really sucks.
Yeah, because it's really cool. I think it's now a part of the heritage of, because we are a country.
We are a country now. The Son of a Geek country, everybody. Welcome.
So, Zia, do you want to explain to everybody exactly what it is that's going on?
Sure.
This will just be the final reminder so that I truly know exactly what's going on.
Okay, because Spen So, for people before this whole podcast started, Spen and I talked about this about 3 or 4 times, and each time Spen's like, hey, do you want to explain this to me one more time? just to make sure we're on the same page here. What we are doing is Spen and I have pre-selected titles of animes. Because during the last few podcasts, we've already discovered and discussed how weird titles are and how they don't sound like they're anime at all sometimes. So we decided to make a game out of it. We've chosen pre-selected titles of the animes, and we are going to tell the other person the title, and then that person has to try to guess the synopsis of the anime based off of the title we give.
This is going to be so stupid.
We're going off of a point system to see who wins. And we're going, if you can get close to the synopsis just off of the title alone, you get 2 points. We then have a sub question we can ask, like, what is the genres of the anime? You get 1 point if you can then get it then. And obviously, if you're just wrong, you don't get any points. And in the end, we'll find out who's the winner.
Yeah. And if this oh, my webcam froze.
Oh, no. How are you talking without moving your lips, Spen? Holy cow, you're so good at this podcasting thing.
I use XSplit VCam, and it's just started randomly crashing on me.
Oh.
So I have to relaunch VCam. And So, yeah, if this podcast is only 25 minutes long or less than that, it means that we greatly misjudged how long it's going to take us to get through everything.
That's all right.
I'm pretty sure we can podcast for everybody.
I'm pretty sure we can fill the void. we tend to get off topic and ramble anyways, so.
Well, Zio, do you want to take it away with the first one?
Sure. I
was really hoping you were just going to say no.
Well, I have more than you, because you said you got, 7?
Well, I've got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 written out, but I've got a couple more that I just never got all the information for.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I'll go first, and I'm going to start with an easy one because I feel like you may have heard of this title.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for this?
Nice pop sound.
Huh?
I'll isolate that for you and send it to you as a sound effect.
What?
The pop sound you made when you opened it. It was really good.
Oh. Thanks, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
It sounded like a little bubble, in like a cartoon when it comes up and it goes boop.
Yeah.
Ah, see, there it is again. Man, you're fantastic.
Thanks,
Have you ever thought of being a sound effect for your career?
No, I'm absolutely terrible. I just can only do very certain things and very dumb voices and awful noises.
Yeah, but what if you get so good? That yours is already great. If we should just start marketing you around as like the bubble guy.
Just the bubble guy?
Yeah, and then anytime a new show gets created and they're like, we gotta get a bubble sound effect, they're like, call the guy.
Call the bubble guy.
You get flown around the world to go and make that sound effect for different studios.
Oh man, if only it was that lucrative. All right, you ready for this?
No, but go for it.
All right, first anime title, Spen.
Yeah.
I want to eat your pancreas.
Okay. This is either something to do. It's gonna be a comedy.
Okay.
If it's not a comedy, it's like a really weird dark humor show. But I think this is an anime about I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna say it's a slice of life.
Okay.
Comedy, possibly. And it's about a high school kid who moves into some sort of house. And turns out that one of the girls that's living there is a vampire or a zombie or both. And now he's going to try it. And then it's just kind of like the shenanigans that they get up to.
No, not even close. All right.
Okay, so what's give me the genre?
I'll give you the genre, and then you get a second guess. It is a drama.
Really?
That's the only genre. That's it.
And it's called I Want to Eat Your Pancreas.
Yep.
Was I right about anything that I'd guessed so far?
You're right. It is about a man.
No vampires?
There's no vampires.
Okay. My next guess is it's a drama. So this is gonna be something more of like, it's like a psychological drama. Something a little bit more darker, because this is an anime about a doctor who goes and saves the lives of different people, or at least that's what people think that he's trying to do, but really he's performing surgeries on people so he can eat parts of them because he is a cannibal.
That's really good, but so wrong.
Oh.
Not gonna lie, I'd watch that. All right, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay. Haruki comes across a book in a hospital waiting room. He soon discovers that it is a diary kept by this very popular classmate, Sakura, who reveals to him that she is secretly suffering from a fatal pancreatic illness. They become friends and spend time with each other. She eventually makes a promise that she'll tell him when she's dying. The next night, Haruki is watching the news with his family, which reveals that Sakura was stabbed on her way home and now she is dead. He breaks down and does not attend her funeral. Later, he visits her mother and asks for Sakura's diary. Her mother recognizes him and reveals that Sakura left him a letter for... the letter tells him to keep the diary and to make her best friend Kyoto read it, as she was unaware of Sakura's illness and hated Haruki. Sorry. Soon after Haruki reads the letter, he immediately breaks down into tears, and he never felt so much sorrow for a single person before. Before leaving, Sakura's mother asks for his name. He replies Haruki, in which she replies, "So you two were meant to be." Explaining the meaning of their names, Haruki is Spring Tree and Sakura Cherry Blossom, he meets with Kyoku, who is in denial that Sakura lied to her. But after reading the diary, she runs away. Haruki runs after and asks her to be his friend, for it was Sakura who made him open up to people and he wants to honor her memory. The movie ends... Okay.
Oh, it's a movie.
Yep, it's a movie. It's an anime movie. This was a lot more of a synopsis than I expected.
Yeah, that wasn't a synopsis. That was the plot.
That was the whole plot. Yep. My bad. I typed in synopsis for it, and that's what it gave me.
No,
but
there's a lot of websites that are really bad at synopsises because it's fans that write the synopsis. And they don't know how to write a synopsis.
Oh yeah. So this is a movie I actually have wanted to watch for quite a while, but it's not dubbed.
Well, now you don't have to.
No, I don't have to. I know the whole story. So it's 0 points for spin.
No. I'm really disappointed that it wasn't some like supernatural and like someone was actually eating someone.
You're not going to do very well. This, in my opinion, was the easiest one.
Oh, really? Well, I'm not giving you my easiest one first.
Oh, great.
It's not a difficult one. Well, maybe it is. So, Neon Genesis Evangelion. That's its English title.
Neon Genesis. It sounds like a robot anime. What do they call those? Like kind of like Gundam.
Like a mecha?
Yeah, it sounds like a mecha. Evangelion sounds like a... Was it Evangelion what?
Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Oh, sorry. Neon Genesis Evangelion. Okay, here's how all the mechas I've ever seen goes. There's a guy, he's amazing at mecha fighting for some reason, but he lives in like a small town or like some sort of shitty area, right? Then he gets recruited into this, military force, not by choice or by skill, but because his town was attacked and then they came and helped him. So he ends up joining this military because he has nowhere else to go. But turns out he's super good at fighting mechs and he goes through the universe fighting other mechs and he has to save an alien girl or some sort of girl and they eventually fall in love. But that's not the main plot, that's a subplot. The whole plot is just him showing how great he is at this, and he ends up saving their world or galaxy or town, wherever they live.
Okay, no.
Damn it! All right.
Well, I think I'm gonna give you a point for genre.
Okay.
But I'm gonna add a few more genres in here.
Wait, what was the genre I got? Synopsis. Is it an action?
You said mecha, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't know that was a genre. I was just guessing.
Yeah,
it was
mecha's
a
genre.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Okay. You might want to write this one down, Zio. Action, sci-fi, dementia, psychological drama, mecha.
What the fuck? That's so many genres. Okay, so what's it really about?
Do you want to try a second guess, or is that...
Okay. So, that's right, second guess. All right, give me the genres one more time.
Action, sci-fi, dementia, psychological, drama, mecha.
Okay, so changing it up a bit. There is a military force still, I believe. Basically, warring countries, right? They training teenagers to become mecha fighters. But it's not just a typical mecha like you control everything. It works by your brain. So you put like a helmet on, or a bunch of wires have to connect into you, and you get to control it through that way. And it takes a pretty hefty toll on your body, which is why it's psychological. And maybe the mecha turns into a girl that you get to hang out with in real life.
In classic anime fashion.
That's what I'm going with.
Okay, I'm going to give you partial points.
Okay.
I'm going to give you partial points. I'm going to read the synopsis, and then I'll tell you why you got partial points for it. Although you might be able to figure it out.
Okay.
Okay. In the year 2015, the world stands on the brink of destruction. Humanity's last hope lies in the hands of NERV, a special agency under the United Nations, and their Evangelions, giant machines capable of defeating the angels who herald Earth's ruin. Gendo Ikari, head of the organization, seeks compatible pilots who can synchronize with the Evangelions and realize their true potential. Aiding in this defense endeavor are talented personnel Misato Katsuragi, head of tactical operations, and Ritsuga Akagi, chief scientist. Face-to-face with his father for the first time in years, 14-year-old Shinji Ikari's average life is irreversibly changed when he is whisked away into the depths of NERV, and into a harrowing new destiny. He must become the pilot of Evangelion Unit 01, or with the fate of mankind on his shoulders.
Okay.
So I'm giving you partial points because only teenagers can pilot the mechs.
Okay.
And then there's the special agents, like the special military organization, and just the actually plug into the mech, kind of like what you were talking about.
Yeah.
So they kind of like their nervous system gets like synced up with the mech.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you partial points for that.
I'll take a point. 1 point's fine.
So you get 1 point for the genre. Woo! And half a point for getting pretty darn close, I'd say. Or wait, how many points are we doing if you get the synopsis right?
2.
Okay, so you get 2 points.
You're going to give me a whole extra point for that? Wow.
Well, because you get 2 points if you get... I thought it was like 1 point for the genre, 2 points for the synopsis.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
Yeah, so 1 point for the genre.
That wasn't what I was saying, but I like that better. So then we're going to change it now. So if you can guess the genres... What if we go, you have to guess the genres, and you get a point for each genre you can guess? Or no. You get a...
No. I think as long as you get something along the lines of the genre.
We'll just judge it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's some genres or subgenres, but mecha is one of the main genres for the show. So that's why I'm going to give you that.
All right.
Hit me with another one, Zio.
All right, you ready for this, Ben?
Yes, I am now.
I'm very excited.
This is really awesome.
Title number 2.
Yeah.
Do you love your mom and her 2-hit multi-target attacks?
Oh, I know this one.
Do you? Oh, man.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Well, what's it
about?
But
I do know. So
easy points for you.
This is one in Isekai. I think that's what it's called. That's the genre of it, and it's about this boy goes.
What's an Isekai?
Isekai. It's where a character where you're like, it's not like, the idea is kind of like a character is either like reincarnated or goes into a video game.
Oh, okay.
I think typically it's like I mean, that might not be the right genre. I think it's typically like reincarnated into a video game.
Okay.
But I don't know. It might fit for this one.
All right. What's the synopsis?
So the synopsis is this kid is absolutely in love with video games, and this guy comes up to him at his parents' house and is like, hey, we're going to sign you up so you can play beta test this new virtual reality game that you get sucked into. And he's like, oh, this is great. And then what he doesn't know is his mom gets brought into the game with him. He is absolutely terrible at it, while his mom, for some reason, she gets like these 2 crazy powerful weapons, and she's just a force to be reckoned with. So then the show, oh no, I did watch this. Yeah, I watched like the first episode and then I stopped because it was stupid.
I was gonna say, wow, you're like really spot on.
And then the show is about him and his mom adventuring around in this game, and his mom picking the different party members to go with him because she's trying to help find the right kind of match for her son. But there's like this weird kind of like love triangle between him, his mom, and all the other girls, and it's just really uncomfortable. But I don't think I can get points for this one because I forgot. Yeah, I have seen the first. I'm like, I know about this show, and as I'm talking about it, I'm like, oh, that's right. I stopped watching it because it's stupid.
Now we can give you a point at least. I would say 1 point. No, based off the rules, you got it right, so you get 2 points.
Yeah, but I thought the plan was shows that we don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. Well, thanks, Theo. You must be really confident in the rest of the shows you have.
No, this is just for fun.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm going to take you down, Spud.
So what is the synopsis written as by the show, and what are the genres that the show says?
The genres just say adventure, comedy, fantasy. And
okay.
Utsuki
isn't right then.
Yeah, Utsuki is a teenager who usually is annoyed by his overly doting mother, until both are set inside a fantasy-themed game. Masato tries his hardest to show his prowess inside the game, flustered by the fact that his mother is just much better than him and has much higher stats. Thus, she can easily defeat all the opponents with her twin swords, leaving little room for him to act. On their way, they befriend 3 girls who join their party. As they take quests inside the game, they later discover that it was originally designed to help strengthen the bonds between parents and children.
Which is kind of cool, but it's the bonds that it strengthens between the mom and the son. It borderlines incest. And there are many moments of that in the first episode. Where it's just like,
oh great.
Like, no.
I need to watch it then. No, I'm just kidding. All right,
so I've got one for you.
Sure.
Samurai gun.
All right. Samurai gun. So, here's how it works out. In the world where fighting is just not enough with swords or guns anymore, they now have samurai swords that are also guns. Everybody's basically Leon and they have gun blades. So, it's like a Western that they shoot at each other until they run out of bullets and then they fight with swords. But it's the same weapon. So you follow a guy who is a loner, but he's a badass, and he goes into town, and he finds out that this girl's in trouble in a bar, so he fights them to the death at noon, just like a cowboy. And they go to shoot, but when they shoot, he cuts the bullet in half, and then they fight with swords. Then he cuts them in half. And he becomes this legendary outlaw.
Wow, this synopsis gets into really good detail on certain aspects.
I just...
no.
All right, what are the genres?
Action, historical, and seinen, which means young adult men. So that's kind of what it's geared more towards. Like how shoujo or shonen is like young boys, seinen's like young adult men.
Okay, so... samurai gun.
Yeah, action, historical, young adult.
I'm gonna guess it's back during the time of like the samurai, so that time period, right? I imagine it's during that time period. Everyone is soldiers and such, but maybe this one samurai invented the very first gun, so he has a very untraditional fighting style compared to most samurai. Whether it's a gun or it's just how he fights. Maybe it's more of a stab-stab situation. And I'm going to guess that there are warring factions, and he gets caught up in the middle of the faction war and has to pick a side based off of a village he goes in and decides to save the princess of one of the kings by trance. And then he just magically gets involved, and then that's it.
Well, I'm going to give you half a point.
Oh, man. Okay.
You've got a couple things in there, a couple small things that kind of fit with it.
Sure.
So, Samurai Gun, it is the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, and feudal Japan is in turmoil. The ruling shogun are wielding their abusive powers to instill fear and dominance over their oppressed subjects. Beatings, imprisonment, rape, and even murder are the adopted tactics chosen to maintain their reign. The bloodshed must end. A group of samurai have banded together, and the development of new weapons and new technology, they have both the will and the hardware to stand up and fight. Ichimatsu is one of these fighters. By day, he works incognito at a local tavern. In the evenings, he frequents the brothels, and by the dark of night, he doles out some big-time gun barrel justice. He's here to help. He is Samurai Gun. Maybe I'll give you a point. I'm going to give you a point.
I don't think I was that close.
Well, but you got the thing about them kind of like creating the new guns, like the gun swords.
Okay.
Reading the synopsis again, it sounds like I think that's right. I haven't seen the show.
Okay.
But I'm going to give you a point for that.
Well, I don't know. I feel bad getting a full point.
You're kind of close with like the Industrial Revolution and like the era of the samurai, because the samurai kind of like make their way into that era. So I think it's fair.
Okay. I'm going to look up some images to see if it's like an actual samurai sword gun. I think they just make a bunch of handguns.
The show sounds really cool.
It does sound pretty cool, actually.
Even like the art style of it looks really, really cool.
Yeah.
But it might not. It might just be guns and samurai swords. It might not be a combination of the both.
Yeah, it literally just shows a samurai with a gun.
Okay.
For samurai gun. That's funny.
All right. Well, maybe... I mean, I'm still fine giving you a point, but if you feel more comfortable bumping it down to half a point, I'm okay with that.
I mean, I'll take a point for the sake of winning.
Okay.
All right, so you got 2 points and I have 3?
I believe you have 3 points, yeah.
Okay, here we go. You ready for this?
Yes.
Anime title number 3. Story in which I was kidnapped by a young ladies' school to be sampled of the common people.
What? Okay, can you give me that one more time?
Yeah. Story in which I was kidnapped by a young ladies' school to be a sample of the common people.
Okay, can you use it in a sentence, please?
That's the title.
Okay, one last time, just because it's very long. All over the place.
Story in which I was kidnapped by a young ladies' school to be a sample of the common people.
I feel like it's... I feel like the synopsis should be kind of easy, but that might make but that might just be making it more difficult.
Maybe, who knows?
All right, well, I think this is a story about a young girl who is kidnapped by a school that trains her into some sort of art, not art, like kind of like in the way of like I don't know what you call them, like the geisha? Essentially kind of like a geisha, something along the lines of that. And then she has to go and try and survive her way through this terrible community is not the right word I'm looking for, but like society that she's being thrust into. No pun intended, or maybe it is intended. I think that's the best I can give synopsis.
Spen,
the genre genre is
okay.
going to be, I'm going to say it's going to be something like horror, or like, no, not horror. I'm just going to say like action psychological, something like that.
I really want to watch whatever you just described. That is not this anime.
Oh no!
let me give you some genres now.
Oh, I didn't even get the genres right.
Comedy, school, romance, ichi, and harem.
What? Okay, can you just give me the title one more time now that I've gotten all that?
Story in which I was kidnapped by a young ladies' school to be a sample of the common people.
Okay, so this is a story about a guy who's kidnapped and brought into a school designed for women, and it's him going through learning how to be like an an educated, etiquette-inspired lady. And for some reason, he's got to maintain his appearance to stay in this school. And the reason why it's a harem is because he's in a dorm filled with tons of other young women his age.
Nope.
What is this show?
I'll give you half a point because you got the kidnap portion right.
Even though it's in the title. When you give me points.
So, Kimito is a commoner with a fetish for men's muscles. Or at least that's the lie he must keep telling it if he wants to keep himself out of trouble at the elite all-girls school, Saiken Academy. Kidnapped by the school under the assumption that he prefers men, Kimito is made to be their commoner sample, exposing the girls to both commoner and man so that the transition to the world after school is not jarring. Threatened with castration should his sexual preferences not match the school's assumptions, Kimito keeps up the facade to protect his manhood.
This sounds amazing.
Oh, man. So
I'm going to ask you to give me that title one more time just so I can write it out, because I have to check this out.
How about I just link it to you?
Okay, yeah, just link it to me.
Oh, man.
At first, I'm like, this is so stupid. But then the second it's about how he has to fear castration, I'm like, okay, now it's going to put him in some weird situations.
It's interesting. So he has to pretend to be gay so he can be at the school. So girls can use him as a test sample, basically. So when they leave school, the world isn't so scary and jarring.
Oh, so they're kind of like afraid of men.
I guess, yeah.
Wow. When the title was that long, I should have clued into it not being a serious show. I really liked my first synopsis.
I did too. I was like, wow, this is really good. I want to watch that show. We should write that anime, Spen.
All right. Well, because we've talked about doing a couple podcasts where we just come up with our own shows.
Yeah. Oh, we still need to do that.
Yeah. And then we'll sell them to people for money.
Yeah. All right. Well, there. I'll give you half a point.
We'll fund everything.
I'll give you half a point because you got the kidnap part right, even though that's
I
in
also
the
got
title.
like the all-girls school, but I feel like that was pretty obvious.
I mean, they're both in the title, so we're just gonna give you half a point. So you're next.
Okay. The Daughter of 20 Faces.
All right. The Daughter of 20 Faces. So, This is about a princess who lives in a royal family, right? And she has to do so many different things. So with that, she has to pretend to be different types of people to fit different groupings. So it's just about a girl who is very adaptable in life to where she can kind of blend into any scenario. However, this plays into her advantage when her dad suddenly gets assassinated, and thus she has to blend in with the world and not be captured because she is under attack and being targeted herself by this assassination group.
Not really.
I mean, the fact that you struggled makes me feel surprised by it all. Like I was just, all right. What are the genres?
Action, adventure, mystery.
Okay, keeping the princess thing.
Okay,
but she has a skill of disguise, and she uses it to help her local city or village by pretending to be other people to accomplish tasks because she's not allowed to leave the castle. It's an action, though, which takes into a factor she uses that ability to become an assassin to assassinate other people. Yeah, I'm kind of losing it.
Okay, I'm going to say no.
Okay.
I ended up having to find... I've got two synopsises for this. They're both really short, but they basically go well together to kind of give the synopsis of this show. So, Chico is the daughter of the wealthy Mikamo family who has to live with her aunt and uncle after her parents passed away. Because her aunt wants to inherit the Mikamo family's wealth, she gives Chico poisoned food. One day, however, she's kidnapped by the Niju Menso, 20 Faces, and decides to join his clan. 20 Faces is a master thief and a master of disguise. With his own airship and the help of his gang, he targets famous heirlooms. But he's not motivated with profit. His job, as he describes, is to take treasures from pigs. And one of his most recent acquisitions is Mikamo Chizuko, which he took from her evil step-parents while stealing their family's gemstone, the Anastasia Ruby.
That sounds actually really awesome. I kind of want to watch it.
Yeah.
That's way better than what I came up with.
So I think, because I kind of wanted to give you the thing for like the princess. It's kind of like wealthy family along that lines, but I think it's too far of a stretch with everything. Everything else you had was pretty far off.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sorry, Zio.
Nah, it's fine. No need to apologize. I was just wrong.
That's okay. I can catch up a little more.
Now it's my turn.
Yeah.
All right. Anime title number 4.
Yeah.
My mental choices are completely interfering with my school romantic comedy.
No! My mental choices are completely interfering with my school romantic comedy.
Yep.
This is an anime about a kid he's trying to go through, and he just keeps wanting to have all these relationships with these women, because his desire is just ladies in general. But there's these certain things that keep holding him back. God, I'm not gonna be able to do this. I honestly have no idea. I have no. Okay.
Do you want me to give you the genres?
Yeah, give me the genres.
Okay. Romance, comedy, school, harem.
I hate these so much. I feel like I'm reading too much into the title to try and get something out of it, too.
Maybe.
Okay. So this is a show about a boy who really wants to have all of these relationships with these different women. Or maybe there's a specific lady that he's going for.
Okay.
But there's something about his personality that keeps holding him back, and he keeps struggling with it. Maybe he's really awkward or shy, or maybe he's really into this one strange thing that everybody else finds repulsive. But it's because of his strong desires to do this one specific thing, or to enjoy it, that it keeps getting in the way of all of these moments that he wants to have with these ladies.
No.
No, I didn't think so. I hate these titles.
We can discuss if you get half a point, but let me read you the synopsis first.
Yeah.
Okay. Amakusa is a high school student who is suffering from a curse called absolute choices. This curse requires him to select an action from a list of 2 or 3 options that appear before him at any time. He has no control over the choices, over what choices appear. Many of them are weird or perverse, and as a result, the curse has tainted his reputation with his classmates and other people around him, making his life extremely difficult. However, one day, a choice he makes on his way home from school causes a mysterious, beautiful young girl to fall from the sky. Amakusa discovers that she was sent from the God world to assist him in completing a series of missions given him directly by God himself. After completing these missions, the absolute choices curse will be lifted from Amasuka, but should he fail in completing any of the missions, he will be stuck with the curse forever.
I mean, the concept's really cool, but I'm never going to watch this.
The reason I was thinking about giving you half a point is because, like, the choices he makes him tainted from his classmates around him, so it's...
Yeah, but he's just trying to have, like, an ordinary school life or something like that. He's not trying to, like, get with these women by the sounds of it.
Yeah, he's not... He's just trying to live his life.
The closest thing I could think it was maybe it's some kid who's just, like, spends all of his time playing video games in his room by himself, or his, like, little apartment.
Yeah.
He spends so much time doing that's all he cares about, but he wants to go out and he wants to have more of an outside life, but the games keep sucking him back in until someone that he meets inside the game, he ends up becoming friends with, and then they go to, like, meet outside in the real world. And then
see, that's just a really good anime concept. Although I find this fascinating. I like the fact that he doesn't get to choose his options. They just randomly appear and he has to pick them.
Yeah, but the part that turns me away from is the perverse. I'm just like, I'm tired of that.
That's true. That's true. Anyways, All right, no points for
I don't
you.
think I get any points for that.
Okay.
Okay. This one I've got for you, fishing ball.
See, we're like opposite ends of the spectrum. You like give me one-word titles, and I'm giving you like complete sentences. Fishing ball. Fishing ball. Fishing ball. All right, here we go. Fishing is all this entire village lives by. They do nothing but fishing in the world. The whole world is covered in water, and the only way they can survive is on a boat through the ocean. How do they eat? They gotta catch fish. But they don't just do normal fishing because it doesn't work anymore. They then have to dive deep into the trenches of the water. The deeper they go, the better the fish they can get, even though it's dangerous. And how do they catch these fish? By basically a Pokeball. They have a new special type of fishing tool which they can throw underwater at these fish to catch them to survive. Lo and behold, challenges and bigger, scarier fish are down in the waters, and they have to fight their way to make it back up.
Unfortunately, no. But that does sound pretty cool.
All right, what are the genres?
Comedy, sci-fi, slice of life, sports.
Comedy, sci-fi. Okay.
Yeah, you went for something a little more on the serious route.
Okay, here we go. It's the greatest event of the year, the fishing ball tournament every year. All these competitors come from around the world to prove who is the best at catching fish. They have to fight the fish. They have to wrestle the fish. They have to show who can get the biggest fish. And the arena is a giant ball of water with a bunch of fish in it. Then the contestants have to jump in to swim and catch the fish with their bare hands.
Unfortunately, no.
Damn it. All right.
Yuki Sanada has always felt like a fish out of water. Socially awkward and anxious, he struggles to fit in with his surroundings and moves from town to town with his grandma. As he and his grandma settle into the charming seaside town of Enoshima, Yuki hopes for a fresh start. However, his reputation at school is jeopardized by the arrival of fellow transfer student Haru. The eccentric Haru immediately makes a splash, wildly claiming to be an alien and declaring that Yuki is his friend. Pairing the reluctant Yuki with their classmate and fishing talent, Natsuki Usami, he takes both of them with the absurd mission of saving the world from a mysterious threat in the ocean. Mischief and hijinks ensue as these three embark on a whimsical adventure filled with laughs, heart, and self-discovery.
Damn, that is nothing like what I was saying.
No.
It has nothing to do with fish, besides the fact that it's by a seaside town. All right.
I don't think I can give you points for that one.
No, that's fine. All right,
Zio.
that's fine. You ready for your next one?
Sure.
All right, let's go. Here we go. Anime title number 5. World End. What do you do at the end of the world? Are you busy? Will you save us?
That's actually a really cool title.
Yeah.
Wow, this could go any direction.
Yeah, it can.
I'm gonna say that the genre is mystery, and I don't know what.
Okay.
I'm gonna just go mystery superpower.
All right, what's the synopsis?
Do you want to give me the title one last time?
World End. What do you do at the end of the world? Are you busy? Will you save us?
World End. What would you do at the end? Are you busy? Will you save us? This is an anime about two worlds, actually. Well, maybe it's about a second world, where someone is brought over into, or the main character is brought over into it to try and save the world from some sort of event that's coming to end it. He has no interest in saving the world, but through the show he starts to grow and care about the other characters, and through this secondary world he's learned to open up his emotions and care more about those that are around him.
That's pretty good. No.
Oh, am I pretty close?
No, not even. All right, you ready for the genres?
Yeah.
Comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Romance. School.
Mm-hmm.
Harem.
Like, what are with these ones? I wasn't even right with like the other world then, was I?
Nope, you might be noticing a trend here, Spen.
Did you just go and pick all of these because you know I hate them?
Maybe. All right, now knowing that, what do you think this anime is about?
I don't know. Probably something really stupid. This is an anime about a group of kids that are in love with each other, but they don't know how to. But they're afraid of the world ending, which is high school. They're in their last year. There's still so many things that they still want to do, like sleep with each other and touch each other's naked boobies, because that's what a harem is about. So the show's about them just before. This anime is about them almost at the end of their high school life, preparing for whatever that big event is that happens in Japanese high schools, where it's like the culture festival. And it's about all of the shenanigans they get themselves stuck in. Well, Zio, how far am I off from this?
All right. So, here's the synopsis. Putting his life on the line, Willem leaves his loved ones behind and sets out to battle a mysterious monster. Even though he is victorious, he is rendered frozen in ice. It is during his icy slumber that terrifying creatures known as beasts emerge on Earth's surface and threaten humanity's existence. Willem awakens 500 years later, only to find himself the sole survivor of the human race, and all of mankind is wiped out.
What?
The surviving races now make their homes, towns, and cities up on floating islands in the sky to keep out of reach. But all of the most mobile beasts, only a group of young girls dubbed leprechauns can wield the ancient dug weapons needed to fend off invasions from those dangerous creatures.
I've seen this.
You've seen this?
I've seen this.
You got it wrong.
What's it called again?
World End. What do you do at the end of the world? Are you busy? Will you save us?
What's the Japanese name?
Suka Suka.
Oh, yeah, no, I wouldn't know that. Yeah, I've seen this one. It was a long time ago. 2017, that wasn't that long ago.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I never finished it.
I wonder why. All right. Your turn.
Okay, I've got one for you here.
Okay.
Ground Control to Psychoelectric Girl.
Ground Control to Psychoelectric Girl.
Ground Control to Psychoelectric, which is one word. Ground Control to Psychoelectric Girl.
Okay, so there's this girl who has supernatural abilities. She is a psychic, but also can control electricity. She can control the electricity in other people's bodies, essentially. So she can maybe make them do things she wants them to do. So she can be like this puppeteer to them. And she is a part of this military and does secret missions for them.
Okay, what do you think the genre is?
I'm gonna say action, adventure, and psychological.
Sci-fi slice of life comedy.
Oh my god! Okay.
So no, you're not even close.
So Ground Control to Psychoelectric Girl, right?
Yeah, electric. Psychoelectric Girl.
Okay. What was the genres again?
Sci-fi slice of life comedy.
Okay, this boy is
it's more of a slice of life comedy.
Okay. In a school where everybody has weird little powers, this boy is ordinary and he's in love with this one girl who has psychic abilities, but she's electrifying as well. He can't physically touch her. Maybe she shocks him every time he does or something, but they're madly in love, or she loves him and he needs to get away, or I don't know. There's something about romance between them, right? And they can't touch because she shocks him. However, maybe he's a mute and he can read her thoughts. Maybe he has a psychic ability and she's just electric.
No, not even close.
Okay.
They shouldn't have relations together, and you're about to find out why.
Oh, great.
Makoto Niwa meticulously tallies the amount of positive and negative youthful experiences he engages in as if to grade his own life. When his parents go overseas, he moves to a new town to live with his aunt, welcoming the change and ready for a fresh start. However, as ordinary as he had imagined his adolescence to be, he could never have taken the existence of an enigmatic long-lost cousin into account. Upon moving into his aunt's house, he discovers the cousin he never knew about, Ario Towa. Despite being Makoto's age, she couldn't be more different. Ario chooses to wrap herself in a futon all day rather than go to school. She even claims to be an alien, and with a speech pattern and personality to back it up. Any chances of Makoto's dreamt of normal life is instantly tossed out the window. As he meets a string of other eccentric girls in town, Makoto must face the possibility of seeing his youth points in the red. However, he might be surprised by how thrilling and abnormal youth can be.
Okay.
Pretty disappointing for you, isn't it?
Yep, that's very different from what I was expecting. All right.
I liked your first synopsis. That was kind of cool.
Thanks. Yeah, I feel like that was... I all I have is a title, so I'm just trying to make stuff up.
What people need to do is the next time they want to go and create an anime about something to do with a harem or some sort of anime about guys getting in situations where girls just fall in love with them. Take all of the other cool things that they've put in it and just write it seriously. And they're going to make billions of dollars.
Maybe.
There's so many great ones where you read the synopsis and you're like, this is great. And then it's, and he's totally a pervert.
And then he's a pervert.
And it's just like, ah.
All right. We could do one more, and then I think I got to go.
You should let me do this one then, because I think you'll really like it.
All right. But I have one.
Unless we go.
I have one I really want you to try to guess.
Okay, let's go through fast then.
All right. Here you go. Bo.
Fuck you. The worst part is I know I've heard of it before and read about it, but I don't remember. This is an anime. Oh God. Son of a gun. Well done, Zio. Well done. Subtract a point from me and just give me the genres.
Try to guess the you want the genres? Okay. Sci-fi, adventure, comedy, shonen. I was really hoping you would guess it would be like a harem comedy situation because I'd given you like 3 of those.
No, there's no way. There's no way. This title's too good to be one of those.
Go ahead.
This is I don't remember exactly what you said for the ones, but I think this is something to do with like space travel and some guy, he's got, maybe it's like a sci-fi adventure where he's traveling around in space. He's like some big like bounty hunter or like a powerful cop going after trying to deal with all of these like big heavy duty, dangerous people. And he goes through and he kills them or captures them for money.
Not even close.
No, all right, give it to me.
In the year 300, the entire world is under the tyrannical rule of Murahage Empire and their ruler Susuru the Fourth, Chrome Dome Empire, and Baldy Bald the Fourth in the English dub. His hunt troop captures innocent bystanders, leaving the people's victims to hunt troops' oppression in their villages and ruins. Standing against his evil regime is the heroic but bizarre rebel Bo, who fights the hunt troop with his powerful Hanad Shinken, the fist of the nose hair. His team consists of a normal teen girl beauty, the wretched teen warrior Hepakumaru, and the Hajika leader Don Patch, Papa Rocks. Bo is on an exciting gag-filled quest in many locales to fight the forces of the Murahage Empire, and he gains other allies along the way.
I want to watch this.
I do too.
Okay, well, since we're pressed for time, The Money of Soul and Possibility Control.
The Money of Soul and Possibility Control. How is soul spelled?
S-O-U-L.
Okay.
That changes a lot.
Yes. S-O-U-L. The Money of Soul and Possibility of Control?
The Money of Soul and Possibility Control.
And Possibility Control. So it's about the underworld and the value of souls. So maybe it's about demons who trade souls. And it's basically the currency of the underworld. And it is a battle among different demon houses to become the total dominating house of the underworld by getting all the souls and from the dead.
No.
Damn.
Its genres are action, mystery, superpower, thriller.
Yeah, just tell me.
Okay. Money is power, and without it, life is meaningless. In a country whose economy is in shambles, second-year economics university student Kimimaru Yoga understands this fact all too well, as he is surrounded by relatively luxurious lives of his peers and struggling to make ends meet. However, this world is turned on its head when a stranger in a top hat arrives one late night at his door. Going by the name of Masakaki, the visitor petitions Yoga to come to the Eastern Financial District, a place where money flows in abundance if one offers their future as collateral. Although reluctant, greed triumphs reason, and Yoga accepts the offer, thus taking on the mantle of the entree. But unbeknownst to him, the land of wealth he has entered is an alternate realm built in the likeness of his own, where entrees are forced to participate in weekly duels called deals, with their collateral at stake. Pitted against his countrymen and fate, Yoga must quickly adapt to this new world if he hopes to protect his fortune and future, and discover just how much money is truly worth.
Oh, wow, that's cool. I actually kind of like that. I want to watch that.
I have seen this one. I think it's up your alley.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, dang, I kind of wish there's a few more to go through. But can I give you my honorable mentions?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, one of them is I, my, me, strawberry eggs.
So stupid.
It is a comedy, drama, romance, school slice of life. And then one I knew was really going to trip you up was... Listen to me, girls. I am your father.
I have seen that one.
Oh, you have? Dang it.
Yeah.
What
that's the one about it's like a guy that ends up kind of being the father of these two girls.
Well, he ends up taking care of his sisters.
See, but that one I didn't finish because it kind of pushes into the realm of like, or no, is this the slice of life?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't remember this one. I know I've seen it.
Oh.
There's another one. There was two of them that were similar. One of them that kind of pushed into like this is uncomfortable. These little girls should not be portrayed this way. And then the other one was very nice.
Oh, interesting. And my last one was Man Girl. It was about...
Yeah, the only other one that...
that one was about girls who wrote a manga together. That's it.
Oh, that actually sounds really cool. I like show animes about writing mangas. It's usually got really interesting characters.
Nice.
There was that one anime that we talked about in the one of the last podcasts on Crunchyroll that had started. It was like one of the new season shows that had started.
Yeah.
The Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I know. Somebody at my work keeps telling me about it, and he won't shut up about it.
Like
that's all he talks about. He talks about how it like makes fun of like other action animes too, like Dragon Ball Z and Naruto and stuff.
Oh, well, I'm like 6 episodes in and it doesn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought I'm pretty sure he told me like it's like self-aware of what type of anime it is, and it makes jokes about it.
Oh, well, maybe it does later on, but
Oh. All right.
I think you'd really like it, except for one part that'll turn you off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've
complained about it on a bunch of different shows.
Is it like a shonen that continues on forever?
No. I can't tell you because it's a big spoiler.
All right.
But if you ever go to watch it, you'll know exactly what
Is it dubbed?
About. I think it just came out. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, maybe we can do a review for it if it is dubbed.
I mean, it's got episode 1 English dub.
Nice. All right, I'll check it out. Maybe we can just review the first episode.
It's on episode 6 for dubbed.
Well, yeah, we can do that one thing we did with the one anime. Just do halfway through. Watch it halfway through, and then do a review, and then try to guess what the ending will be like.
Yeah, that'd be kind of fun. Maybe I'm on like episode 6 or 7. I'll stop watching it until you catch up then.
I'll probably catch up at the end of this week.
Cool.
All right.
Well, Zio, enjoy time with your wife.
I shall. Got to make some dinner. We got to outro the podcast.
Oh shoot, we never really have a proper outro.
No, we don't.